Sunday of Labor Day weekend. Time to trade the sand pails for bats and balls. Baseball at Petco Park. The Dodgers and the Padres. Military Sunday brought to you by USAA. Today, the Padres salute the United States Air Force and the U.S. Air National Guard. Always a special day, but Sunday's military days here with the Padres and Petco. Well, the Padres ready to take the field. And it's time now for our military take the field, presented by USAA. Today we welcome representatives of the California Air National Guard and the U.S. Air Force. And the Padres, of course, as they take the field, will offer their thank you, congratulations, and support to the military as the Dodgers and Padres will wrap up this 4-game series. Padres need a win to square the series at 2-2. A 2-0 win last night for the Dodgers. Mark Sweeney for Mark Grant. Dick Kenberg, we're pleased that you've joined us. And Matt Kemp continuing his on-base streak, 25 games in a row.
Yeah, you go back to the offseason. This season has been mentally challenging for Matt Kemp. He has dealt with the first series in Los Angeles, but you see the consistency factor that Matt Kemp has brought to the San Diego Padres, especially the second half. It's been outstanding. He has had a power surge as well. When you see Matt Kemp swing, it looks like he has that intent in his swing that you did not see in the first half. He has righted the ship and really has put this offense on his back and continues to be consistent, and he looks very comfortable in the batter's box.
Since the All-Star break, Kemp hitting .305 with 10 home runs, and he's the number 3 RBI man in the entire National League with 89 as we start today. That matches his 89 of a year ago with the Dodgers. And again, the military take the field presented by USAA as the Padres salute the United States Air Force and United States Air National Guard. Andrew Kashner out there to sign an autograph, and always the conversation between players and the military that makes this all the more a special Sunday. The Marine recruits are here as well, and we're ready for baseball.
Well, great to see the military out there, and the San Diego Padres showing their congratulations and appreciation for all they do, and us at Fox Sports San Diego do the same. Thank you for the men and women who served this great country.
Yeah, the Dodgers winning last night 2-0, have taken 2 of the 3 in the series, and on the season series are 10-5 against San Diego. Crystal clear and 80 degrees here in our fantastic city of San Diego, and we're ready for baseball. Jimmy Rollins will lead it off for the Dodgers. The lineup brought to you by Hyundai. Harold Crawford, then Adrian Gonzalez. Justin Turner bats cleanup. Andre Ethier, then Corey Seager, the flashy young rookie. A.J. Ellis gets a start behind the plate. Jock Peterson will bat 8th, and Brett Anderson will hit 9th.
Today's Padres scouting report is brought to you by the Tilted Kilt, and for Andrew Kashner, staying tall mechanically today and on top of his pitches, working down in the strike zone and fastball down and away. That arm side run, especially to all of these left-handers in the Dodgers lineup.
Only 2 right-handed hitters, Turner and Ellis, in Don Mattingly's starting 8. And we're set to go. Rollins ready to step into the batter spots. Andrew Kashner, who has a career-high 134 strikeouts, ready to rock and fire. His 27th start of the season. He's had good success in his career against the Dodgers, an ERA of 2.03, but the record doesn't reflect it. He's 1-4. Not much support. Maybe today's the day. And we're underway. Foul back. Rollins has had no success against Kashner. He's 0 for 15. There are his numbers on the season. The Mighty Mite has 13 home runs. Shift on.
Stays
1-1.
And you can see Andrew Kashner today mechanically just staying taller. When he drops and drives, he works underneath the baseball. That flattens out. It's going to be interesting to see mechanically if he can make that adjustment today.
Good heater there, 95 miles an hour, 1-2.
You know the velocity is going to be, but let's take a look at that delivery and him staying tall, especially when that plant leg hits and he can finish those pitches.
With 2 strikes on the hitter and not the threat of a bunt to the left side, then Solarte moves over to the second base side. Only Jerko at shortstop on the left side. Batters not as down swinging goes Jimmy Rollins. One away. And here's the Padres defense, brought to you by your San Diego County Ford dealers. Upton and Kemp at the corners of the outfield. Myers will patrol center. Solarte and Jerko at third and short. Spangenberg at second. Norris the first baseman. And young Austin Hedges behind the plate for Andrew Kashner. Carl Crawford. Oh, the Padres have found him to be a true nemesis. Hitting .353 this year against the Padres. 5 doubles and 2 home runs. And it is 9 for 24 against Kashner with a homer.
Well, Dick, you watch this series and you see the Padre pitchers that have that plus velocity and a lot of movement on their pitches, and they need to attack the strike zone just a little bit more, in my opinion.
2-1.
When you get into hitters' counts, especially with hot hitters, they are going to capitalize on this at this level. And Carl Crawford has been one of those guys.
Ooh, that one catches the mask of Austin Hedges.
That's a little cutter right there by Andrew Kashner. Watch the foul tip. Right off the mask of home plate umpire Ted Barrett, the crew chief today.
No, it's Barrett, not the catcher, that takes the brunt of that foul tip. Out of play. Crawford with 5 hits in the 3-game series. Today's game is being broadcast on AFM, the American Forces Network, broadcasting to the U.S. Armed Forces serving around the world on land and at sea. We welcome you to beautiful San Diego and Petco Park, and we're honored to be able to describe this game, take a piece of Americana to you, no matter where you may be throughout this world. The Padres and their rivals to the north, the LA Dodgers, and we have the Marine recruits with us. We're going to take a little break here now and get to attack the concession stands.
I like that. They deserve that.
And ball 4. So a strikeout to Rollins, a walk to Crawford. And that'll bring up first baseman Adrian Gonzalez. Gonzalez, as we documented in the pregame show, back in the 3rd game of the year in Los Angeles, Kashner's first start of the season, Gonzalez hit not 1, not 2, but 3 home runs. Since then, Kashner has had the better of things, but boy, that was a rude start to the season as Gonzalez took care of Kashner. There goes the runner. Here's the throw by Hedges, offline, and Crawford has the stolen base. His 7th of the season.
Well, it looked like a breaking ball, and Carl Crawford gets a nice jump off Andrew Kashner. This throw is pulled to the shortstop side, and you see Solarte trying to apply the tag. Looked like Hedges had to quicken that up just a little bit. That's the reason why he pulled that throw.
Solarte handling the throw because the shift on for Gonzalez. Now with the runner at second, it's a more orthodox defensive alignment. That's the 14th steal by the Dodgers in the last 8 games plus today. It's most of any National League team here late. That's most of the teams not running like they did earlier in the year. And Dodgers turning up that gear. 3-0 now to Gonzalez. Justin Turner to follow.
You see Andrew Kashner working from that first base side of the rubber.
And a walk to Crawford, a walk to Gonzalez. So 2 on. Charity to the Dodgers, and that spells trouble.
Well, you're working on the first base side of the rubber, but also missing arm side, and you can see him pulling that one, but the adjustment has been because he's missing on that run, especially to the left-handed hitters. He's going to have to master that outside pitch down and away.
Yeah, here, at least in the Dodger lineup, an oasis from left-handed batters. Right-handed hitting Justin Turner, 30-year-old who starred at Cal State Fullerton up the freeway. A .287 hitter this year. And he's hit down around the foot, and the bases are loaded. Well, generosity isn't a bad thing, but when it comes to helping the first place team in the National League West, it can be painful.
As you can see, it's down the way to lefties and into right-handers. He does not feel comfortable on that arm side.
So without swinging the bat, the Dodgers have the bases loaded on 2 walks and a hit batsman. And here's Andre Ethier, who had a big night last night. 3 hits, 2 doubles, and a single and a walk. He scored both runs in the 2-0 win. 7 straight pitches onto the strike zone for Cashner. Infield hoping for a double play chance, bail him out. But they're not going to get it. Instead, it's a high fly to left, and Upton makes the catch. All the runners tag. Scoring is Crawford. The other runners hold. It's 1-0. Ethier with his 43rd RBI. 2 away to young Corey Seager.
Well, you see Andre Ethier hot last night, but looking to elevate into the outfield, and he does his job. Tagging is Crawford at third base, and the Dodgers have the lead 1-0.
Didn't have to work very hard for it. Just a fly ball gets him a run. Seager, 10 at bats in the big leagues, 4 hits. And he has been very impressive 2 games that we've seen him. He's their prized rookie, just 21. First round pick. Fastball at 95.
Yeah, some people in the organization for the Dodgers are saying that Corey Seager reminds them of a young Buster Posey when he came up to the big leagues. That is high praise.
Boy, is it ever. Not only his talent, but his demeanor. 96, 1-2.
Got to talk to Don Mattingly today before the game, and that's exactly what he said. He likes his presence and his confidence. He was very happy with the way he handled shortstop and how calm he was at the position. They know what he can do offensively and how he's going to make adjustments in the big leagues.
Strike 3 called. Hit the outside corner. A couple of strikeouts for Cashner, but in between, 3 men gifted the base and a fly ball for a run. It's gone in another home run. Home run Gonzalez. Man, is he strong. Padres winning the first game of the series 10-7, then 8 home runs struck in game 2 as LA prevailed 8-4, then 2-0 last night. And here's the Padres lineup today, brought to you by Toyota. Solarte to lead it off with Jerko at shortstop hitting second, then Kemp and Upton. Derek Norris bats fifth. Will Myers in center field hits sixth. Then Spangenberg and Hedges, the 2 rookies, at seventh and eighth in the order, and Cashner bats ninth.
Time now for the Dodgers scouting report, brought to you by Tough Shed. And for Brett Anderson, ground ball rate of 67.1%. That leads all of Major League Baseball of balls put in play, and he also is tied for 7th in the National League with double plays. The Padres need to elevate him in the strike zone.
And he works quickly, as you have noted already. Already a count of 2 strikes on Solarte, batting right-handed, in the midst of a modest 6-game hitting streak. 12 home runs, and Jerko hitting second with 12. And batting right-handed in this homestand, hit one into the top deck of the Western Metal Supply Company building. No mean feat. Way up there. Ground ball up the middle. That's going to squirt through. Not hit hard, but no one in that part of the real estate, and Solarte with a leadoff hit. Dodgers defense today brought to you by the California Lottery, as Crawford in left, Peterson center, Ethier the right fielder, rookie Seegers at third, Rollins and Turner the double play combination. Turner, who plays around the infield at second base today, Gonzalez at first, and A.J. Ellis behind the plate for Anderson.
Now for Brett Anderson today, fastball, curveball, and slider. Does have a changeup, does not throw it too many times to the left-handers, but will throw it to righties.
Jerko, he doesn't try to bunt very often. Trying to push a bunt out towards second base with Turner playing well back.
Well, the reason for that, Brett Anderson, not a great athlete off the mound, also covering first base. Watch the Padres to try to take advantage of that at times.
Well, it's not a good day today for sod-bearing creatures, because, as Mark Sweeney's already said, this man on the mound throws more drawn balls than anyone in Major League Baseball. 67% of his outs are ground ball outs.
And the reason for that, the movement in the hitting area. Watch that late movement, almost like a Dallas Keuchel for the Houston Astros. He's had a great year for Houston, but it's that late movement. Comes out of the hands and looks pretty straight, and then has that diving effect, the tilt in the hitting zone.
Signed as a free agent by the Dodgers in the offseason. Originally drafted back in 2006 by Arizona. 2nd round pick. Out of play. His father, the baseball coach at Oklahoma State for 9 seasons. 2004 to 2012, so he's well schooled. High school in Stillwater. That's a long line, impressive line. Another foul. Ellis out to talk with Anderson.
Very animated catcher, A.J. Ellis, and a lot of communication, executing the game plan, but also being a captain back there. Yasmani Grandal, the everyday catcher, but if you're going to have a backup, A.J. Ellis is a very good weapon to have.
Right field, but it's to Ethier for the first down. Let's check our keys to the game this afternoon, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Well, as Matt Kemp walks up to the on deck into the batter's box, continue his streak, 25 straight games of on base, and also Cashner against Adrian Gonzalez. 4 home runs, 6 RBIs. It's going to be an interesting matchup today to watch.
First time up, Gonzalez was walked on 4 pitches. Kemp, in that 25-game streak of reaching base safely, has hit .327, 7 homers, and 30 runs batted in those 25 games. So his RBI count on the year, 89, third most in the National League. Big hole on the right side with second baseman Turner playing almost behind the bag at second. Gonzalez holding on the runner, so all to that right side is an inviting target.
Well, they pitched to it. That's the reason why the shift has come into play in the game of baseball. If you have pitchers that can execute their pitches, it makes it very difficult for the offense.
And down goes Kemp swinging for the first Anderson strikeout. That'll bring up Justin Upton.
Looked like a fastball that got out of the hands of Brett Anderson, elevated out of the strike zone, and Matt Kemp is swinging underneath this baseball.
Upton, the Padres home run leader, with 24. Slow curveball at 76.
Different shapes to the curveball. It's going to be a tighter one, but also get me over curveball to get that first strike.
Goes around. Ball low. 0-2. Hit well to center field. Back goes Peterson, still going back, and it's off the top of the wall. Solarte around third, doesn't score on a ball with 2 outs, hit off the center field fence. Wow. That ball hit so hard that it got to the wall and bounced back to Peterson, and Solarte not the fastest cat in the league.
Well, this ball is absolutely lathered to center field and off the wall. The mistake, breaking ball, and a nice swing by Justin Upton. And watch the defense for Jock Peterson. Plays this ball off the wall perfectly into throwing position, holding Justin Upton to a single, and Solarte on third base with 2 outs.
Boy, that's a 400-foot single.
You see Solarte rounding the bases. Big wide turns. But you got to credit Peterson for playing that correctly off the wall.
You don't see that. We haven't seen that all year. A single off the center field fence. So first and third, Padres with 2 hits, no runs. The Dodgers, no hits and 1 run in the first inning.
Well, the good sign is you've seen the Padres trying to make an adjustment early in this ball game and looking to go the other way, middle of the field. That's been their success so far.
Upton leads the Padres in stolen bases with 18. And 1 ball, 2 strikes to Norris.
A.J. Ellis outside, giving signs, first and third defense in case Justin Upton steals. Where they're going to throw the ball, if they're going to hold it, they're going to throw through.
Pretty good pitch. 2-2.
Yeah, back-to-back 2-seamers in to Derek Norris. He jackknifes out of both of them. Watch the late movement on this. Our Fox tracks by Honda have it just barely off.
First and third, 2 outs here in the Padre first inning. There goes the runner. Ball 3, and Upton without a throw has stolen his 19th base. Well, a hit now means 2 runs, unless you hit it off the center field fence.
Well, perfect pitch to run on. The slow breaking ball that's elevated out of the strike zone. And Justin Upton going on first move, and he easily slides into second base with a 19th stolen base.
Full count. And the bases are loaded. First walk from Anderson. So a 22-pitch inning for the Dodgers starter. Brings up Will Myers, looking for his first hit since coming off the disabled list.
Well, perfect scenario for Will Myers, and this will lock you in. Concentration level, especially bases loaded in your first at bat. His 3rd game back, and last night swung the bat well. Just barely missed a couple balls.
Early opportunity for San Diego. 3rd game back from the 3-game rehab assignment at Lake Elsinore. And he bounces it to the mound, an easy out, and the Padres leave the bases loaded. After 1, the Dodgers 1-0.
At a Western Metal Supply Company, whenever I'm in the San Diego area and I need good quality metal, I go to Western Metal. In fact, you're a fool if you don't go to Western Metal for your metal needs. So thank you to Western Metal.
That's Will Ferrell last night, as many of the fans and a sellout crowd stayed to watch his documentary where he and baseball intersected in spring training.
You know, I was hoping he was going to enter our booth last night.
Yeah.
I was hoping we were going to get to chat him up.
Yeah, he's one of the few that didn't want to come and see us. Maybe, I don't know. Something you said?
I wanted to talk to Buddy the Elf. I wanted to ask him why he yells at his mom for meatloaf. All kinds of things.
Maybe that's why.
Maybe he knew I had too many questions to ask him.
A.J. Ellis leads off the Dodgers second, then Jock Peterson and Brett Anderson. Ellis hitting .236 with 4 home runs. Grandal has taken over as the #1 catcher for Don Mattingly, but Ellis, a very valuable reserve, handles pitchers extraordinarily well. And he's hitting better than he has in the past couple of years. And takes a strike, 3-2. Andrew James Ellis, AJ.
Well, Fox Tracks by Honda has that on the outside part, and A.J. Ellis does not like that. Looks back at Ted Barrett.
Ground ball into left field. That's the first Dodger hit. 3-2 pitch, and Ellis is aboard for Jock Peterson. The rookie Peterson has had a roller coaster year.
3-2 pitch, and A.J. Ellis just hits this through the hole in between short and third.
Peterson leads the team in walks, 85. That's among the leaders in the National League, fourth in fact, and leads in strikeouts, 148. That also in the top 5 in the National League, in fact third most. In between, he's hit 24 home runs and knocked in 50 runs. Two and 0. Cashner is having early problems with his control. Walked 2, hit 1 in the first inning. Went to a full count Ellis before the catcher singled. Now down 2-0 to Peterson.
Yeah, sounds strange, but too much movement on that arm side.
Catches the outside corner, 2-1. Has such easy velocity, 96 miles an hour, and it just seems effortless.
He plays catch, and for Austin Hedges to game plan with him and have that trust factor.
3-1.
There's Austin. Back-to-back games behind the plate. Probably going to see Austin catch a little bit more in the month of September.
Yeah, he's been up here most of the year and not a lot of chances to start. And another walk. First 2 men are on here, and the Dodgers second. Third walk from Cashner, and it'll bring up Brett Anderson. That's ideal for Don Mattingly because you get 2 men on with no one out. Now your pitcher can bunt them along, and Anderson's one of the best. He has 9 sacrifice hits this year. That's one under the National League high.
Well, 32 pitches for Andrew Cashner, 18 balls, 14 strikes. Game break coming up. Diamondbacks and Cubs, you're going to want to see where Chris Bryant hit this long blast.
Meeting at the mound here is Padres anticipating the sacrifice from Anderson. Trying to bunt it toward third. Padres had the play on with Jerko charging to third to cover and hoping that had he bunted to Solarte, he could have turned Solarte and wheeled it back to third and get the lead runner.
Ron Renneke, the third base coach, had a conversation with Brett Anderson with that play on, just trying to simplify it and have him bunt. When they're crashing, you almost want to soften that up to the pitcher. But with Andrew Cashner being a very good athlete, he's aggressive off the mound.
Wheel play is on again. He's swinging and missing. Of course, the advantage there for the hitter. Jerko is over at third. Solarte's in at third. There's no one on the left side of the diamond.
Well, unfortunately, didn't make contact in that play to the benefit of the Padres.
He'll undoubtedly be bunting here, and he squares early. Can he get the out at third? Late throw in time. Ooh, Solarte hesitated and then threw. And that made it very close. Jerko covering the bag at third.
Well, when your back's to the play, you have to rely on the catcher. You see Solarte pausing at a time and throwing a nice strike to Jed Jerko to get the force out. See him coming down, and then Austin Hedges making that call. They're fortunate the Padres are getting an out at third base. That was a pretty good bunt by Anderson with 2 strikes.
It really was. And the hesitation by Solarte. Boy, no challenge from Mattingly. Sacrifice fielder's choice for Anderson. Padres took advantage of a slow runner, Ellis, to get that out. 5-6. Top of the order, Jimmy Rollins struck out his first time. Peterson at second, the pitcher Anderson at first. Fly ball left center. Myers has a beat on it. And the runners return. 2 away. Our closed captioning for today's game brought to you by Wiener Schnitzel. Carl Crawford walked his first time. Beautiful day this Sunday in San Diego, and a happy Sunday to you all. From the Padres' point of view, they hope it's a Sunday run day, fun day. So far, it's the Dodgers early, 1-0. And a tough man to get out here. That's in at the knees, a fastball. Our top tier player profile is brought to you by Arco. Carl Crawford against the Padres lifetime. 57 hits in 44 games, 345 average, best of any active player against Padre pitching. One and one to Rollins.
Well, for Carl Crawford, the problem has been staying on the field. Came over from Boston to Los Angeles, but he continues to go on the disabled list for long periods of time.
Two and one, 95 on the fastball. Well, we'll try to keep you up to date with our men and women in the military around the world watching today. The Yankees have won. They beat. Yeah, they switched the scoreboard on us, but they did win, and Toronto won. So that battle in the American League East continues. Drive to center. Myers giving ground and makes the catch, going away. Crawford with a clothesline shot to center, and Myers able to bring it home. That ball was tagged. We go to the bottom of the second. The Dodgers leading 1-0.
USD product crushes a ball to left field and off the new scoreboard. 495 feet, the longest in baseball. And he continues to power the baseball. 22 home runs, 85 RBIs for the rookie third baseman.
Longest home run of the season, 495. Good thing that new scoreboard's there. That ball would have gone into Lake Michigan.
He would have given a souvenir on the building over there in left field.
Product, of course, of the Las Vegas High School and the University of San Diego. 1-0. Brett Anderson goes to work in the bottom of the second inning with the lead. Corey Spangenberg, and Austin Hedges and Andrew Kashner. Spangenberg at 262. He and fellow rookie Travis Jankowski put in some extra work before the game today with Doc Roberts working on bunting for base hits. They both have excellent speed. Need to use their legs. 1-1.
I really think it's going to come in play today. Brett Anderson known for not getting off the mound too much, so if he's going to bunt today, he's going to take it with him to that right side.
Gonzalez creeping in at first base. 2-1. And the third baseman Seager already planted about 70 feet from home plate. And they saw him practicing the bunt hits as well. The Dodgers. Breaking ball doesn't, and it's 3-1. Couple of singles and a walk to load the bases in the first inning, but Myers tapped out. And a walk to Spangenberg. Leadoff man is on. Second free ticket from Brett Anderson.
Oh, good to see speed on the base pass in Corey Spangenberg, and also with nobody on, gain a lot of information with that at bat with the walk.
Yeah, the Mets today losing at Miami, and Washington victorious against Atlanta. So in that battle, the Nationals creep within 4 of the Mets. The Yankees beat Tampa Bay 6-4, and Toronto won over Baltimore 10-4. So in the American League East, Toronto still leads by a game and a half.
Some interesting doings in the New York media as well. Matt Harvey, the ace pitcher for the staff
for the Mets,
has really changed things around and put a lot of focus on the individual as of late.
Hedges hitting just 171. Ground ball to Gonzalez. One there, back to first. The 3-6-3 double play. And Gonzalez makes that happen about as well as any first baseman in baseball. Gold glove of Adrian Gonzalez. He is the complete player.
And watch the calmness that he has off the base and perfect positioning, and throwing an accurate throw to Jimmy Rollins in the 19th double play. Turned behind Brett Anderson. Came into the game tied for 7th in the National League in double plays induced.
So you walk the leadoff man, and then that ground ball bails you out. Kashner has 5 hits this year. 2-0. Career 1 home run. That was a year ago. The Padres haven't seen many left-handed pitchers as starters this year. They did last night, again today, and we'll see 2 more in the Colorado series, which begins tomorrow afternoon. 2 of the 4 starters for the Rockies. Southpaws. 3-1. Swung on and hit well to center field. That chases Peterson back, and he makes the play. Hit hard by Kashner, but for the 3rd out.
Petco Park on Military Sunday, top of the third, 1-0 Dodgers. It's my honor and pleasure to be joined by Commander-in-General of the Air Force, John C. Flannery. Can you tell me about your role at the March Reserve Base?
Right, so I'm the 4th Air Force Commander. So out of the 71,000 men and women we have serving in the Air Force Reserve, I have about 30,000 that work under 4th Air Force. It's 17 installations across the country and Guam. And they happen to all fall under me right here at the headquarters at March Air Reserve Base.
And something that was interesting, we were chatting before, that anyone can get involved.
Absolutely. So the Air Force Reserve is full of citizen airmen. So those are folks like yourself and others that have served. They're working out in the communities, a 40-hour-plus work week, or they're raising kids or going to school full-time, and then they're coming out and doing duty serving in the Air Force Reserve.
Well, it's an honor to have you here on this Military Sunday. The Padres are known for being a military team. What does a game like this mean to you?
I tell you what, in my 29 years of service, I have served all over the country. And I have never seen more support from an organization like San Diego Padres. It has just been phenomenal support to all those men and women in uniform, no matter where they're serving. And so I just can't thank them enough for the outstanding support that they've given the men, and they show them every day.
Well, we can't thank you enough for all your service and support. Back to you, Dick.
All right, thank you, Ellie, and thank you to the General. We are honored to be the team in the Major League setting the pace for saluting the military, and it's so great to see so many other Major League teams following suit.
Yeah, I agree. Setting the bar high, San Diego Padres organization, and also Major League Baseball.
Adrian Gonzalez walked the first time in the count 2-2 to the 33-year-old first baseman.
How did he go? It was pretty close.
I would have waved it off. I like to see that barrel of the bat go over home plate. And another full count. Castner, who has walked 3, hit 1. Loaded them up with wildness in the first, and that paid off for the Dodgers as Ethier brought in the game's only run with a sacrifice fly. Right field at Kemp. One away. We're seeing some bullet out so far today. Well, today's game is presented on this brilliant sunshiny San Diego afternoon in HD by Sony. Boy, every shot is a picture postcard today. Justin Turner hit on the back leg by a breaking ball his first time. Fastball at 97. Against the Padres, 37 games. Tough to get out, Turner. 1-1. The Dodgers are hot. They've won 10 of their last 12 to open up a 7.5 game lead over the Giants in the NL West. The Padres, tied with Arizona for third place in the West, are 12.5 back.
That's a real good pitch by Andrew Cashner. Starting him off with a fastball, then the slider, and then the fastball in. Ball's running in on Justin Turner. He handles the bat very well inside, but also can dive and look for that outside part.
Bad news, though. 50 pitches for 7 outs.
Wow.
You saw Cashner pose on the follow through. He thought he had strike 3. And another full count.
And a lot of easy takes for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Why I say that, and they're seeing the ball out of the hands of Andrew Cashner. Our Fox tracks by Honda, seeing them all over the strike zone.
High fly ball, just missed that one. Deep to center. Glasses down Myers. 2 away.
Time now for the tools of the trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks. And last night's situation, Jock Peterson hitting and Andre Ethier on second base. It was a changeup by Joaquin Benoit. He dumps it into left field. Watch Andre Ethier on our Fox Vision Very good read, and these are some of the things you have to do as a base runner. Dumps this into left. Justin Upton really doesn't have an opportunity to get Ethier at the plate. That was an added run for the Dodgers, and they go on to the victory.
Ethier scoring both runs last night, 3 hits, has driven in the only run today with that sacrifice fly. Oh, what a perfect day for baseball, huh?
Gorgeous.
I guess this is it for the summer, though, unofficially. The Labor Day weekend. Going back to work, kids back in school.
Last day to Del Mar Racetrack this weekend.
Oh, that'll have some my friends weeping. Center field. Myers is there. That carried a long way for almost a check swing. 3 outfield putouts. 1, 2, 3 in the third.
Padres and San Diego supports the military. You know, they're the military is what keeps us safe and keeps us free and allows me to play this game and allows everybody else to be free in this country. And I kind of have a special background with that. My dad was in the Marines as well, so you know, I think it's great that the Padres are able to do that and support our military. And I think it's a great thing.
Well said, Will Myers. As we go to the bottom of the third inning at Petco, Solarte, Jerko, and Kemp to bat for San Diego. Solarte singled up the middle his first time. 1-1. Ed Anderson gets the ball. He wants to throw it.
Yeah, quickly. Looks like a Mark Burley.
Fly ball to shallow right to Ethier. Battling the sun and able to make the catch. That'll bring up Jerko.
Well, that's a tough thing on day games. Battling the sun. You see Andre Ethier using the shades and also the glove to shade the sun. The old style was the flip downs, but now with so many companies that use those glasses that change your vision and just take the glare out of your eyes, which is very important if you're an outfielder or an infielder with pop-ups on day games.
You even see some of them using those when they're hitting. Jerko drills one deep to left field and touch 'em all. Number 13 for Jed Jerko. And that ties the game at a run apiece. 45th RBI of the year for the Padre infielder.
Well, the confidence continues for Jed Jerko, and this is an elevated changeup. How about this sound off the bat?
So a new ball game, tied at 1 here in the third. The 1-out home run from Jerko. He's had a good homestand. 101 miles an hour on contact. Kemp struck out the first time. Breaking ball has him out in front, 0-2. Seems like Jerko hits better when he plays shortstop. Second base almost all the year. Scattering starts at short. Jed homered on Friday night and homered on Thursday, so that's 3 home runs in the 4 games of the series. And Kemp goes down again, a foul tip. Ellis hangs on.
You know, Dick, you think about those 3 home runs by Jed Jerko, one on a fastball, another one on a curveball, and then a changeup that last at bat against Brett Anderson. Hitting all 3 pitches and powering all 3 pitches and gaining confidence with every swing.
404 feet they measure the home run. 2 outs to Justin Upton. After being shut out last night 2-0, the 17th time this year the Padres shut out. It's nice to see that run up on the board. Upton singled off the center field fence his first time. Padres and Upton a bit unlucky. That ball about 3 feet from being a home run. Not only was it just a single, but Solarte with 2 outs at first base couldn't score on it.
Yeah, he almost hit it through the wall.
Yes. Wouldn't have been surprising if it just stuck against the wall.
Exactly right.
This is a laser to center.
A high breaking ball almost puts it through the wall, and Solarte has to stop because it was hit so hard. See the wide turn by Solarte.
Yeah, he was 8 horses wide taking that turn toward home. And it stays level at 2-2.
Well, Anderson has been elevating that breaking ball of late. See if the Padres can capitalize. Saw the Jed Jerko swing.
Cubs now lead Arizona 6-1 in the 8th inning. Colorado leads San Francisco 2-1 in the 3rd. Line foul, watch out, get your gloves up. Cleveland shut out the Tigers 4-0. Disappointing year for Detroit. They're in last place in the American League Central. Who would have thought that? 20 games out at the start today. Full count to Upton. And down he goes swinging. Both Kemp and Upton striking out to close out the 3rd. But Jed Jerko ties into 1. He continues his home run rampage against the Dodgers in the series. 3 homers, 4 games, a 1-1 tie. Top of the fourth, and Cashner goes to work on Corey Seager. The rookie for the Dodgers took a third strike his first time. Ellis and then Peterson to follow. A 1-1 tie here at Petco Park in San Diego. Line drive, low liner off the glove of Solarte. And safe at first to Seager. We'll see how the official scorer rules that one. But first, let's go down to Allie. What do you have for us?
Well, Mark Sweeney, you were talking earlier in the bottom of the third about the evolution of eyewear and how important it is, especially on day games like this. And I was actually talking to Clint Barmas earlier today about his gargoyle glasses that he's able to flip up and down. And he was telling me that he actually has different lenses depending on the amount of glare protection he needs during a game or when he's taking his at-bats. And I just wanted to know, during your playing days, and Steve Finley as well, did you have any eyewear that you were using?
Well, first of all, yes, I did, Allie, and thank you for that report. I wore Oakley glasses, and I actually wore them when I hit at the plate because just to take the glare out. But you could see also Barmas in the locker room. He had a pretty good glare on his dome right there with the flip downs. He's got to work on that.
Yeah, well, his teammates have to wear those glasses just because of the glare off his head.
Yeah, but it is important out there in the companies these days, and I felt comfortable with Oakley sunglasses to both wear out in the field and also my eyes. It just calms your eyes a little bit, takes that squinting out. And down near the dugout with Steve Finley. Steve, did you like wearing the Oakley glasses or sunglasses like that?
I did. I wore them in the field all the time. Sometimes to hit, there were some places you would go where it was just so bright, sometimes on a turf field, even at the old Qualcomm, on certain days it would be so bright you couldn't see the seams on the ball. So I would use them then to kind of take the glare off of it a little bit.
Yeah, Jose Valentin right there wearing the glasses, but not only is it stylish, but you put on those different lenses, and they have different lenses for different days. If it was a hazy day, they had a lighter lens that would just brighten it up, but also take the glare out of your eyes. The technology these days is pretty amazing.
Yep, Ricky Henderson kind of started the Oakley craze way back in the early 90s.
And the play continues as Seager with an infield hit and a stolen base. So no one out. Dodgers with a tie-breaking run in scoring position.
Well, good break by Seager. Looks in to see if the ball is put in play, but sliding on that back side of the base.
His first major league stolen base. And the count 2-2 to Ellis. Line drive to left. Another line drive out. Wow, both teams hitting the ball on the nose in tough luck. A lot of outfield putouts on just shots off the bats of both the Padres and the Dodgers.
Well, they put a lot of outfielders out there for a reason, and that's a hang with them for A.J. Ellis.
Yes, we call those Adam days.
Yeah, exactly right. Dealing with frustrations in this game, that's the tough thing. You make a lot of outs.
A game of failure, sadly.
Some of us more than others.
Jock Peterson walked his first time. His 86th walk of the season. 96. Cashner's keeping that fastball above 95. He's averaged almost 95 for the season. That's the 5th fastest of any National League pitcher. The pitcher, Anderson, on deck. When he makes contact, he's very strong, Peterson. 24 homers, but he strikes out a lot. 2-1 now, the count.
Watching his style of hitting, it amazes me that he is walking as many times as he does. His head is moving so much, and you have to be able to keep your head still to see the ball. It explains his .212 average, but if he ever learns how to control his body and get his swing, get his foot down a little earlier, he could be a very, very dangerous hitter.
I agree with you, Steve. And mechanically, as you see the hitting coach for the Dodgers, Mark McGuire, constantly working and tweaking certain aspects of Jock Peterson's swing.
Breaking ball hits the outside corner, 2-2. So a young kid, little leaguers watching now, they may be moving there. What can you do as a a young hitter to keep that head stable and set, so you're not moving it.
Well, controlling your head, controlling the movements that you have in your setup and in your load, getting ready to hit, but also not pushing forward.
Out of play.
You see the side swing, and there's a couple things to watch. Watch the front side, the front leg. It tends to break down for Jock Peterson. The movement that Steve Finley talks about, but you see the breaking down, not hitting against that, and the balance in the swing is not there. There's a lot of balance issues that come into play for Jock Peterson, and what Steve was talking about, a lot of movement will cause that.
You can see there, instead of hitting over a stiff front leg, he's letting that front leg bend toward the right.
Exactly right, and it's causing some issues, and that's something you have to work on a lot in the offseason. Very hard to fix during the regular season.
Yeah, you know, you usually want to say you want to have someone have a soft front foot when it hits. His hits with a lot of speed and a lot of pressure out on that front foot, which makes it hard to hit against that front side. You know,
another full count. One out. Seager at second. Cashner's pitch count. This one's going to be his 70th of the game. One out in the fourth. He only went 5 innings last time without walking a man. Swing and a miss, and another strikeout, and Peterson, angry with himself, walks back to the dugout.
Well, with the low, you see the frustration for Jock Peterson, but the low batting average, as Steve talked about, and also the swing and miss, that will frustrate you. And dealing with those frustrations, going back to the dugout, the consistency of that really is the hard thing mentally at this level.
Pitcher Anderson tried to sacrifice the first time and bunted into a fielder's choice as the Padres had the wheel play on, and third baseman Solarte able to field it and go back to Purko, the shortstop, covering third, and get the force. And time now for our Cholula flamethrower.
Yeah, it's a good time with Andrew Cashner on the mound and 98 miles an hour.
What is that?
That is hot sauce. That's our guy. And I want a fish taco. I want to put the original sauce on a fish taco today. I need a fish taco. Where can I find one?
Maybe under that baseball there. That baseball is going to be bubbling if that Cholula gets too much closer. Swing and a miss. Anderson chases. Couple of strikeouts for Cashner, and the Dodgers gone in the fourth. Derek Norris will lead it off for the Padres in their half of the fourth, a 1-1 tie. Always special when the Marine recruits are here, standing tall and proud, honoring their hymn, drill instructors, and the recruits here on Sunday in San Diego. Looks as if the recruits been working on the lyrics to their fight song, the hymn.
What a great feeling. Have you ever been in a Padres uniform wearing those camos? Such a prideful day as a player, and giving back and giving thanks.
Bottom of the fourth we go. Derek Norris to start it for the Padres. A 1-1 tie. Brett Anderson, 52 pitches through 3 innings. The way it started for both Cashner and Anderson, we're going to be in the bullpen early today. There's a strike to Norris, who walked his first time. Check swing foul. Giants have tied Colorado at 2 in the fourth. That ball low and in, 1-2.
Down near the dugout, Steve Finley. Steve, with a guy like Brett Anderson inducing a lot of ground balls, what was your thought in the batter's box?
Well, for me as a left-hander, if I got the infield back, I'm going to look to try to bunt. But he's going to throw a lot of ground balls. You got to stay up the middle.
Throw across, and Norris hustling on every play made that mighty tight. But 6-3 on the putout.
Vince, did you think about using your lower half a little bit more, or what was your thought? Just trying to get the ball up in the strike zone?
Trying to get the ball up. A sinker ball guy is typically, when the ball gets up in the zone a little bit, it's going to flatten out. If you're swinging at pitches at mid-thigh and down, that's exactly what he wants you to do, and why Brett Anderson this year has such a high ground ball ratio for so many of his balls put in place. So, it's a battle. It's a constant battle. It's easier said than done. But yeah, you want to try to elevate as much as you can off a guy like this.
Myers still seeking his first hit on return from the disabled list. That right wrist injury and surgery. Tapped out to the mound with the bases loaded in the first inning. One and one. Anderson, 27 years of age. Good size, 6'3" and 240. His best year came with the Oakland A's back in 2009 when he went 11-11. 8-8 this year with the Dodgers.
I'll talk to Nomar Garcia-Parra, the analyst for the Los Angeles Dodgers today, and asked him what are they going to do with that third spot behind Clayton Kershaw and Zach Greinke. He said Brett Anderson, he has earned it. He's been healthy this year, and that ground ball rate has a lot to do with it, especially moving into the playoffs.
And when chopped foul to Seager.
Is Orel Hershiser on the left, Nomar Garcia-Parra. Noma, if you're in Boston.
Talented duo there, huh?
Yeah.
2 great careers.
Spent a lot of time with Nomar. Later part of his career in Los Angeles. Very smart, knowledgeable guy in baseball. He had a great career. Also, Orel Hershiser obviously had a great career himself.
The Bulldog, Tommy Lasorda called him. 3-2 now. And another chopper to deep third. That's another foul ball. Myers with Spanchenberg on deck here in the fourth. A couple of teams with disappointing years, Boston and Philadelphia. Boston wins today 6-2. They're in last place in the American League East, 14 back of Toronto, and Philadelphia in last in the NL East. They're 22.5 games behind the Mets.
Now time for you to tweet your strongest fan photo. Use hashtag SDDataStrongFan, and you just might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast. Brought to you by T-Mobile. Some nice lemonade, too. Let's take a picture of that.
Yeah, you got the pink or the natural. And Myers takes a walk, caught looking on that 3-2 breaking ball. 4th strikeout for Anderson.
Well, the breaking ball, as you said, Dick, on the outside part of the plate and catches that corner on our Fox Tracks by Southland Technology. And the frustration for Will Myers continues off the disabled list.
Spangenberg walked the first time. In the American League Central today, Kansas City starts with a big lead over Minnesota, 12 games. They both lost today. Kansas City cruising toward the playoffs with the biggest advantage over a second-place team. And the Dodgers here in the National League side have the biggest lead of any NL leader, 7.5 games.
Well, when you're getting chased by the world champion San Francisco Giants, it can't feel very comfortable. Your scoreboard watching all the time. And San Francisco is tied 2-2, bottom of the 4th in Colorado right now.
Chopped out in front of the plate. Anderson able to field and throw him out. 1-2-3. The first time Anderson has retired the Padres in order. One of the great accomplishments, Cal Ripken 20 years ago surpassed the Iron Horse Lou Gehrig with his 2,131st consecutive game. Is that well? Are these untouchables? 2006-32, or DiMaggio's 56 game streak, or Cy Young 511 wins, or Nolan Ryan's 5,700 plus career strikeouts? Which one might go?
Well, I think Joe DiMaggio is probably the closest, and that's going to be very difficult. I think the other ones are just too far out of reach.
I think you're going to see all 4 of those faces up there on that list for many, many, many decades.
Yeah, well, you think about the 56 game hit streak, and that's something that probably could happen, but a lot of things, really the scenarios of media attention, constantly talking about it.
You don't forget, that's a 74-year-old record at DiMaggio.
Well, and you got to remember, too, that the game is so specialized now. You're facing different relievers from the 6th inning on. Back then, you were facing the starters from much more deep in the game and giving you more opportunities to be successful hitting.
Yeah, good point.
You know, let's put this in perspective, too. You think of Cal Ripken Jr.'s record. 2,632 straight games. Well, Matt Kemp on the Padres Since August 19, 2009 to May 13, 2012, 399 consecutive games.
And that's a long string.
And that's a long string.
Now, it's just amazing that Ripken, with all the wear and tear of this game and all the, just the luck of not being seriously injured, to be able to answer the bell. What's that, like 20 consecutive seasons?
Yeah, Dick, and you think about it, Manny Machado, another Baltimore Oriole, the third baseman, 135 straight games this year. That's this current leader right now.
135.
That streak is okay.
Rollins does not go.
I had a chance to play with Cal Ripken for 2 years, and everybody, you would think that he would live in a bubble where he wouldn't take any chances. He was right the opposite. We played basketball 3 days a week in his gym and floor hockey the other 3 days, and only 1 day off. That was it.
Rollins pulls it deep but foul.
So he didn't have anything in his contract to worry about pickup basketball games or anything, Steve?
We had explicit rules. There was no hard fouls. If you did, you didn't get to come back. So we played hard, but we played safe as you could play. But he got after it hard all the time.
You guys didn't play hack or rip?
Yeah, you could turn an ankle so easily playing pickup basketball. But
think about it, everybody. You think of coming to the field having the flu, something minor, takes you out of the lineup.
Yeah, he walks Rollins. That's a leadoff walk. So often can come around and bite you. Carl Crawford, the last time up, bullet to center field, and Myers had to get it back as fast as he could and reached high to pull it down.
What do you think, Steve?
Well, I think his route, you draw a line between where that ball hit his glove and where he started. It is a straight line. And that's the one thing I've seen in Will Myers when he's been out there in center field. His routes are incredible.
60 feet, so that 20-yard route to catch the pass.
Yeah, Steve, you think about it too, that route, but also turning glove side is very important in those plays as well, isn't it?
It is. I mean, to get a good turn all the way open, sometimes the guys don't get all the way turned open. They run that, what we call a banana route, a big arc, and it takes you a little longer to get there and can cost you missing a lot of baseballs.
Fourth walk given up by Cashner, as well as a hit batsman. He's allowed only 2 hits. Crawford takes a strike.
Yeah, Andrew Cashner doing the slide step there with Rollins on first base, controlling the running game and giving Austin Hedges an opportunity to throw him out if he does steal.
Rollins with 11 stolen bases. One tie, top of the 5th. Rollins aboard on the walk. .464 career stolen bases for that man.
That's Davey Lopes. He was the first base coach in Philadelphia when he had Jimmy Rollins there, and they led the league all 3 years. Davey Lopes was there.
Now he bluffs going. And Crawford, a big swing and a miss. Strikeout number 5 for Cashner.
A slide step and the velocity inside. And this is a nice pitch. Two-seamer coming back on the inside part of the plate. Freezing Carl Crawford in an awkward swing.
Boy, that had terrific movement on it, didn't it?
Yeah, you could see him just taking a look at it, knowing that was going to be a strike, and had an emergency hack.
Shift on for Gonzalez with Solarte, the third baseman, playing near second. Only Jerko on the left side. Gonzalez with a walk and a line out to right field.
I think part of Cashner's problems throwing strikes to that outside corner to the lefties is that movement you're talking about right there, Dick. Just keeps it running off the plate, just too much off that outside corner.
Yeah, I agree with that, Steve.
He's almost got to start it over the inside corner to hit the outside corner. He's got so much movement.
Movement is great if you can control it.
He falls behind Gonzalez, 2-0. Cubs beat Arizona 6-4. Riding the 495-foot home run by Chris Bryant, the rookie third baseman. Cubs now are 9 games out of first place. St. Louis plays Pittsburgh tonight. The Cardinals lead the Buccos by 6.5. Runner goes. Throw from Hedges' knees, and he throws. No, he can't hang on to the ball. Solarte had it for a moment, and Rollins would have been out, and that throw was from Hedges' knees, and he threw a P to second base.
Well, we saw him pick off a guy at a pickoff attempt to first base, but this is to second base on a really good jump from the knees and the strong, accurate throw. Watch the placement of the throw.
Little Benito Santiago. Whew.
12th steal for Rollins. Solarte just didn't catch the ball. 2-2 now, the count to Gonzalez. Well, it was a walk that became a run in the first inning when Crawford walked, then Gonzalez walked, and Turner was hit by a pitch, loading him up, and Ethier, a fly ball to left to get the run home. Now a walk and a stolen base. And the Dodgers threatened to break the 1-1 tie. Yeah, one out. You got to watch out for that cagey Rollins. He might try to pilfer third. Big swing and a foul back. Spangenberg out in shallow right field. Jerko, the shortstop, has to hold on the left side, playing behind the runner. Fly ball to left. Upton gives ground to the edge of the track. 2 away. Shows you how strong Adrian is. Just reached out and flicked his wrist and hit it all the way to the warning pad.
Well, the breaking ball of Adrian Gonzalez gets him out a little bit out front. Enough where that lazy fly ball is easily caught by Justin Upton.
With 2 outs, Turner, the batter, he flied to center after being hit by a pitch the first time up. Going over the signs with the man at second base. And the thought process as to how they want to pitch to Turner. San Diego blue above. Dodger blue below. Runner goes. Throw to third. He is out. Boy, that Hedges has got such a quick release. And he throws another strike right on the bag to nail Rollins. That's an unusual play by the veteran Rollins, trying to steal third with 2 outs. You don't want to make the third out at that third sack. Well done. move by the veteran and wise shortstop Rollins. Why he would try to steal third with 2 outs and risk being thrown out with a chance for the Dodgers to break the 1-1 tie is puzzling. Big curveball from Anderson starts Austin Hedges. Strike 1.
Yeah, I got to agree with you, Dick. He saw Justin Turner with a blank stare at Jimmy Rollins, trying to figure out why he would do that in runners in scoring position. And Justin Turner and also Andre Ethier on deck.
Yeah, with his speed, he's going to score pretty easily on a base hit, and that's something you got to think about when you're out there. The pitcher's absolutely giving it to you. There's more ways to score from third base, but you have to 100% know you're going to get there.
1-2 now to Hedges, who grounded into a 3-6-3 double play. Turner trying to drive in a run says, "What? You out? What are you doing?" Now with 1 out, the risk reward's a different matter. And it took a perfect throw by Hedges, to be sure. Ground ball to third, to House, to Seager. And there's 1 away. There's another ground ball out for Brett Anderson. Well, time now for a memorable moment in Padres history, brought to you by Geico. 17 years ago, trailing the Dodgers 7-0 after 4.5, the Padres scored 8 runs in the 5th and 6th innings combined. Trevor Hoffman preserves an 8-7 Padres comeback win. They beat the Dodgers and clinch the National League West.
Well, I know that feeling for me, but how about for you, Steve Finley? You were in center field watching that.
It was a pleasure always watching Trevor close out game, but that one was definitely special because we were on a mission that year to get to the World Series and win it.
Yeah, you think about that year, Dick, and how dominating Trevor Hoffman was. Really, if you think about it, leading into the World Series, he made one mistake all year, and it was to Moises Alou. One swing to left field, and he tied the ball game up. But everything else, it seemed like Trevor was throwing the opposite of what the hitter was trying to look for. Dominating performance, and what a weapon we had for Trevor Hoffman. What a great team that was, and it was a great moment finishing off the Dodgers and clinching on our home field.
Ground ball, high hopper foul. Number 51. That number retired in honor of Trevor Hoffman's great years as a San Diego Padre, and he's eligible for the first time this year for Cooperstown. That vote will be decided in November. Cashner, another chopper, ranging as Seager in front of the shortstop to throw him out. So Seager takes care of both Hedges and Cashner's ground balls. And here's the leadoff man, Solarte.
You watch Seager move over there at third base and at shortstop in the first game. He does a lot of stuff effortlessly on that side of the field. Very athletic.
Yeah, has a certain calmness to himself, and over at third base, been very impressive both at shortstop and third base.
He looks like one of those kids we saw in the Little League World Series. You know, that he's so young, his face. 21. Brother, of course, Kyle, up in Seattle, and he was able to follow a very talented big brother. And as all kid brothers do, copy him and try to be as good as your buddy brother.
So much easier to be the youngest in that bloodline, because you can have conversations and knowing what it is like at the big league level because your brother's telling you.
3-0 to Solarte. Dodgers, their cupboard is loaded with goods. And a 4-pitch walk, Solarte aboard. And here comes Jerko.
Well, how about the success Jed Jerko has had this series? Jim Johnson throws that sinker in. Bad location, and Jed Jerko deposits this one. He knew it. And then the breaking ball. Mike Bolsinger, location, bad location over the middle of the plate in our Fox vision, and he drives that out of the ballpark. And then today, Brett Anderson. The location and capitalizing, so important, and Jed Jerko's got the swing to do it.
Up the middle, and that's a soft roller to second, and the force out. And one pitch went out to Jerko. So the Padres leave 1. We've completed 5. It's tied at 1. By Sequan Casino. Play, win together in the heart of San Diego. By Mercury Insurance. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com today. See how much you could save. And by Jerome's, proud sponsors of the best seats in the house. So a 1-1 tie. A home run by Jerko and a sacrifice fly with the bases loaded, Andre Ethier in the first inning, and that's all on the board as Cashner goes to work in the sixth. Turner, Ethier, and Seager. Turner up when Rollins thrown out trying to steal third the last inning. He's been hit by a pitch and flied out. Now Turner has an interesting hitting approach. He kind of almost has a limp leg, that front leg behind him, and then as the pitch comes, he gives it the high leg kick.
High leg kick, but he doesn't move his head very much. And when he puts his foot down, his front foot down, he is in good hitting position. And he modifies that leg kick as well, depending on how many strikes he has. And that's the ability that takes a lot of work, a lot of time in the offseason, and also getting that timing and rhythm during the season.
2-1 in there. Breaking ball.
Well, since the first and second inning, Andrew Cashner has been much better, much more efficient. Looks like he's gotten his mechanics down, and also what Steve Finley was talking about, that fastball on his arm side. He's controlled that much better.
96 pitches so far for Cashner. Line to left field, and Upton won't catch that one. All the way to the wall. Turner on his way to second. The long throw from left field. Cut off by shortstop Jerko. A leadoff double. Now you go back to the ending of the last inning, and you see how that was a deadly move by Rollins trying to steal third.
Well, the Padres have to capitalize on that break, but you see Turner with the mistake in that leg kick. Watch the leg kick when he puts his foot down. That bat speed hitting against the stiff front side and hustling his way in for a double.
Only the third hit given up by Cashner, the first extra base hit. Ethier, sacrifice fly and a line out to center. Low with a fastball. Padre pen now busy, and the left-hander Mark Zepchinski is first up. Looks like Nick Vincent might be throwing as well. That's in there.
That's a perfect pitch to Andre Ethier because it's down and away fastball. He is trying to pull this pitch, try to get Turner to advance to third base, if not score him.
100th pitch of the game coming up from Cashner. Souvenir corner gets another. Nice Sunday turnout. Big sellout last night. 43,536. 33,000 plus the first two games of the series, Thursday and Friday night. Shot to short by Jerko. Turner had to hold at second base, and it looked as if Jerko would catch the ball. So first and second, as Ethier with another hit. Thing was swirling away from shortstop Jerko.
Well, off the left-handed bat of Andre Ethier, slicing line drive off away from Jed Jerko, and you could see Jed just not having the opportunity to get after that. Kind of an in-between dive by Jed Jerko.
And Turner didn't want to be doubled up, so he was headed back towards second when it flew past the glove of Jerko. So first and second. And young Seager, the hitter. He is struck out and lined a one hopper off the glove of Solarte for an infield hit the last time. Not a bad start for the 21-year-old from Charlotte, North Carolina. 5 for 12. That's really a nice swing. Reminds me of Piscotty, the young outfielder for St. Louis, has such a good looking swing.
Real nice swing, a flat swing in the strike zone, and it stays in the strike zone a long time through the baseball. Heard some comparisons to John Olerud. That's high praise.
First and second, no one out here in the 6th. High fly ball to center. Myers going back. Does he see it? Finally catches up with it. The runner's tag, and going over to third is Turner, holding at first. Ethier. Seager nearly knocked it out of here.
Well, Corey Seager, you see the balance in the simple approach. On contact, you see the balance from his head all the way down and then through the baseball, which is very important. But the balance on the swing and the short swing.
Myers tracking it down, not an easy play. Near the wall, fighting the sun. You see the glare off the glasses. The ballpark just big enough to keep it as a long out.
Well, he's played a nice center field today.
First and third as Turner tag moved to third. Ethier stayed at first. The batter is A.J. Ellis. Ellis has singled and lined to left. Manager Murphy out to talk to Cashner, leaves him in. He's over the 100 pitch mark. Right-hander and a left-hander are ready if needed. Zepchinski and Vincent. His first 2 innings took a lot out of the arm of Cashner. 41 pitches to get through 2. Infield will play back, give up the chance for a run for a double play, but they won't get that. A line drive. Upton makes the, no, he doesn't. Ball slipped out of his glove. Turner scores, and it's 2-1 Dodgers. Justin Turner has made that catch all season long, just off the grass, unable to pull it in. And Ellis delivers the RBI single.
Well, that's a bullet off the bat of A.J. Ellis. A sinking line drive, difficult across the body, hits the heel of the glove. Andrew Cashner hoping that was going to play, but good base running by Andre Ethier. Again, we saw it last night in advancing on that line drive being dropped.
3
by
balls.
A.J. Ellis.
3 balls. Mark Sweeney hit hard here. Turner's double, Ethier's line single, Ellis a line RBI single. Still only 1 out to Jock Peterson. And Cashner stays in. Ball 1. First and second, 1 away. All 4 balls in the inning have hit hard. Remember, the out by Seager went all the way to the wall in center. Back to Cashner. There's 1. Back to first. A double play, and a big double play that is. So the Dodgers settle for 1 on 3 hits. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning at Petco with the Dodgers in front, 2-1. Blue Jays, Troy Tulowitzki. That's just a home run machine, that Toronto outfit, and they win again today. 10-4 the final, and maintain their lead over the Yankees in the American League East, a game and a half, as we check our National University standings with Tampa Bay, Baltimore, and Boston. Tampa Bay and Baltimore still flirting with possible wild card aspirations, but time running out on them.
Troy Tulowitzki, his 17th home run on the year, and Jose Bautista hit his 33rd today. It is a home run hitting machine.
Well, the Dodgers get a run in the top half of the inning, and thanks to the double play ball, they only get 1 out of 4 well hit balls. Kemp leads off for the Padres. Deep at short is Rollins. The long throw is in plenty of time, almost pulled Gonzalez off the bag.
As promised earlier in the game, we have tonight's T-Mobile strongest fan photo. Tweet your fan photo using hashtag SDDataStrongFan for a chance to be shown in an upcoming broadcast brought to you by T-Mobile.
Yeah, the girls are having a little tea there too with suds on it.
Yeah, social sparklers.
1 out is Kemp. A couple of strikeouts and a ground out today. Here's Upton, a single and a strikeout. Compatible pair there, Padre and Dodger fan. Another well-pitched game on both sides. Dodgers leading 2-1, winning last night 2-0. They got their second run in the 8th inning.
Well, that was a huge double play to end that top of the 6th off Jock Peterson's bat by Andrew Cashner.
And with a shift on, it was a tough double play to convert because as Cashner wheeled, the infielders aren't in their normal position. Jerko actually was over on the second base side of the bag. And he had to come across to meet the throw at the bag, and the timing was excellent. Up the middle, and a nice diving stop by Turner, and gets the out. There's the top defensive play of the game. Justin Turner takes a hit away from Upton.
Well, leading off the inning with a double, and then defensively at second base, normally a third baseman. See the strong arm that helped that play. The dive, then thrown from his knees.
Gonzalez always shortens the distance in that long stretch. So 2 out to Derek Norris. That's a walk has interrupted 5 straight ground ball outs. The walk by Solarte. Yes, that means Anderson's got it working just the way he likes it. Number 1 in the majors throwing ground balls. 1-1. Norris has walked and grounded to short. Well, the Padres haven't solved the left-handed slants of the Dodgers. Last night it was Alex Wood, and today Brett Anderson. 3 hits total last night, 3 hits again today. He did not go.
Well, there's been times through the year that the Padres have looked passive offensively. I don't think this series they've been passive. They've been pitched well against. And you look at their approaches today, using the big part of the field, opposite field. But defensively for the Dodgers, they have helped the efforts of Brett Anderson.
That curveball hangs outside, so the count full now to Norris. Anderson's walked 3 and struck out 4.
Now, Dick, so many times you can almost feel like there's no energy in the dugout, no energy after a night game, after a day game. Well, pitching will do that. See Alex Wood last night pitching a nice ball game for the Dodgers. Good pitching at this level will knock that energy down because of how much talent they have and the frustrations of dealing with those failures.
Ball 4, a 2-out walk. That's the 4th free ticket from Anderson, so the tying run on the board. for Will Myers as we check on our Fan Diego fans of the game.
Always good to see kids at the ballpark. Beautiful day, why not? School's in session. Got the holiday weekend. Great atmosphere at the ballpark here.
And don't forget, another day game on Labor Day Monday tomorrow. Our TV time here on Fox Sports San Diego at 12:30. Game time 1:10. Ian Kennedy for the Padres against Kyle Kendrick of the Rockies. It's the first of 4. Remember, they have to make up that rainout earlier in the year. It'd be Tuesday night, Wednesday night an hour earlier, and then a Thursday day game. Myers, he's due to tag one. Grounded out and struck out today. 0 for 7 since returning, now 0 for 8.
Did you just say rain out here in San Diego?
That's right, hard to believe.
Is that funny?
That stunned the entire baseball world. And the rainout came out in the spring. There's the base hit. He beats the shift with a solid shot. And Myers' first hit since coming back from rehab, and the Padres with 2 outs have the tying run in scoring position, and Myers the go-ahead at first.
Well, get that ball for Will Myers. It's been such a long time on the disabled list. This has to feel real good. An elevated pitch, and it looked like a fastball staying up. Nice line drive stroke by Will.
The trainer is out for the Dodgers as Myers has singled sharply. And it looks as if they're going to make a pitching change here. As Mattingly shouting into the dugout, maybe setting up the double switch. Jim Johnson, the veteran right-hander who gave up a home run the other night, one of the many acquisitions by the Dodgers, is warming up. And that's going to be it for Anderson. He limps off. Apparently on that follow through, he turned an ankle. Leads after 5 2/3 innings with the lead, at least for the moment. So the relief pitcher Johnson will have as much time as needed since he is coming in because of an injury. We'll be right back. Appeared to jam an ankle, and he leaves. And with all the time you want to warm up a relief pitcher, Don Mattingly has made a change himself. It looks like he might have turned that follow-through ankle. Let's see it again.
Well, it's that back leg.
As he plants here, and it comes up hopping. Yeah, it looks like he.
Well, must have been pushing off the rubber.
So our pitching change with J.P. Howell coming in. They had Johnson warming up, but Mattingly with the luxury of picking anyone because of the injury, as they can start warm up as long as they want. There are his numbers as this pitching change is brought to you by El Cajon Ford.
55th appearance, and for J.P. Howell, a lot of movement in the strike zone, and he likes to get to strike one and then manipulate the ball out of the strike zone.
Corey Spangenberg, a left-handed hitter, do, so that's why Howell is brought in, but Melvin Upton is going to bat for Spangenberg. Brett Anderson, he's a lot of fours, gave up 4 hits, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts, only 1 run to this point. He's responsible, of course, for the 2 men on. And the only run, the home run by Jed Jerko.
Well, he induced his 20th double play of the year. The ground ball rate that we talked about. But I've liked the approach from the San Diego Padres perspective. They just didn't capitalize when they had opportunities. And Brett Anderson and the Dodgers deal with some more adversity.
So Melvin Upton to hit for Spangenberg as manager Murphy plays the percentages and sends out the right-handed batter against the lefty. Steady diet of southpaw pitching here. Upton had a big RBI triple in the first game of the series, won by the Padres 10-7 as they came back from a 7-4 deficit. He walked last night as a pinch hitter. And going back to our discussion of sunglasses on a bright day, Upton wears them at the plate, hitting .240. Hope those were rose colored. There's kind of a rosy hue in there.
Yeah, and that's really the nice lens that relaxes you. That is that medium tint lens. See those black ones that are really the dark part is when it's really bright out.
Padres at first and second. Norris the tying run out at second. That play by Turner on Upton's ball really big now. Justin Upton robbed of a hit by Turner, and then that was the second out, and then Norris walked and Myers singled. Journeyman Howell. Well, it just seems like he pitches in every Dodger game. Outside, 1-1.
Well, you see strike one, and then you have to force him to throw a strike. Tries to nibble around the outside parts of the plate after he gets strike one.
Padres trailing 2-1 here in the home half of the 6th inning. 2 on with 2 out. Ground ball knocked down by the third baseman. The throw across, still in time. Seager to Rollins to first, and they get Upton, and the inning's over. Wow, couple of plays here in the inning. Second baseman Turner taking a hit away from younger brother Justin, and now the combination of Seager and Rollins denying a possible run here. Seager keeps it out of left, and it ricochets right to the shortstop for the out. Oh my. Here's our Harris game summary with the bases loaded on walks and hit batsmen. Ethier in the first inning brings in the first run. Carl Crawford, Jed Jerko's 13th homer of the year, tied it in the third inning. And in the top of the sixth, a double by Turner, a single Ethier, and a line single by A.J. Ellis off Upton's glove. Turner scores, and there you have it, 2-1. The inning ended on that 1-6-3 double play. Our Harris game summary. Brett Anderson goes 5 2/3, allowing only the 1 run and 4 hits. Cashner 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs. Jerko with a Padre run on the solo, and A.J. Ellis 2 for 3, 2 singles, and the RBI that gives the Dodgers the lead at the moment. Scott Schebler will pinch hit for J.P. Howell. The rookie hit a long home run the other night.
Well, that brings in Marcus Mateo, reinstated from the disabled list on Monday as the roster's expanded. .94 on his first fastball.
Well, Cashner, another good pitching performance against the Dodgers, and he leaves just like Tyson Ross last night. Gave up only 1 run and absorbed the loss. Cashner, pitcher of record, despite just 2 runs and 5 hits in his 6 innings. 2-1 to Schebler.
Settled in nicely today, Andrew Cashner. The first 2 innings up that pitch count, but he settled in and became very efficient as the game went along.
Well, there's a breaking ball. It hit Schebler. He's aboard. The leadoff man on again for the Dodgers. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the 5th leadoff man to reach safely in the game for Los Angeles.
Slider right off the right knee. Ouch.
Lots of changes defensively for the Padres. You see Myers has moved in from center field to play first base. Melvin Upton stays in the game in center field. Amarista is the replacement of Spangenberg at second. Norris moves from first behind the plate. There you have it. Mateo on the mound. Leadoff hitter Rollins, 0 for 2 with a walk, has stolen the base and was thrown out trying to steal third. Boy, Padres a bit unfortunate not to score in that last inning, thanks to the good play by Turner to take a hit away from Upton, and then a freakish 5-6-3 putout. You don't see many of those. The ball was hit so hard in the quick carom, Upton couldn't beat it out. But the throw to second base, they get the force. Good play by Hedges, or Norris here. Norris playing for Hedges. That play right out in front of him. One away, and Rollins safe at first on the fielder's choice. 2-6 on the putout. Crawford walked and scored in the first, line to center and struck out. The Dodgers with a handsome lead in the West, 7.5 games over the Giants. They've played well against the Padres. They're 10-5 on the season. And they're leading the Giants 7-4 at Colorado in the 6th.
Talked to manager Don Mattingly before the ball game and asked him about September and what he would like to see. He said he'd like to see a roster at 28, a set roster. Most of the managers in the big leagues would like that.
You can bring up as many as you want. Crawford ducking out of the way of that ball inside.
And we said the other night when he brought up Andre Ethier, as we take a look at the pitch, the slider, almost again that same pitch that hit Schebler. But he brought up the point the other night. He sent up Andre Ethier to pinch hit. Pat Murphy countered with the lefty, and he brought up Ruggiano, who promptly hit a home run. It was in the 5th inning.
Yeah, you wouldn't make that kind of change that early, but they have so many men available.
And that's what he said. He's afforded, along the rules right now, he's afforded to make those moves that you wouldn't see in a regular season game.
So why is it every manager you talk to says, yeah, that'd be fine, limit it to 28 or 29, even 30. You can have 40 in the dugout, but you shouldn't have all of those players available in every game.
I agree with that.
And before the game, when you give the starting lineup, you also indicate who's eligible to play that night.
And you just got to make sure that the rosters are set at a certain point. I think that is going to be discussed hopefully this offseason, and things possibly could change.
Big lead for Rollins. He goes. And it's fouled at the plate off the mask of Norris.
Well, Mateo was lucky that this was fouled off. Well, with the motion, he delayed his delivery, giving Jimmy Rollins a huge jump, and this is fouled off the chin of Derek Norris.
Oh, poor guy. He's only in there for the 3rd batter, and he gets clipped already. And Rollins had that stolen cleanly.
When you got a base stealer on base, you cannot go with a slow move like that. Give Jimmy Rollins an easy base. They got lucky that was fouled off.
2-2 to Crawford. Show you the dominance and the importance of the bullpen in today's baseball. To have the lead after 6 innings, you think, yeah, 3 innings to go. The team shouldn't just have it their own way. But listen to this. Leading after 6, the Dodgers this year are 60-10. And the Padres are 41-6.
Yeah.
So you need to get your hay in the barn early.
It's a bullpen league. We saw it with the Kansas City Royals last year, also the world champion San Francisco Giants. This day and age, with the power arms and the great secondary stuff along with those power arms, shortens the games.
Swing and a miss. Crawford chased. Fastball up out of the strike zone. 2 away. First strikeout for Marcus Mateo, and that'll bring up Adrian Gonzalez.
High cutter. You can see just swinging underneath this high cutter. Thought it was going to come down, and it elevates.
Gonzalez has walked, line to right and fly to left. Now with 2 outs, it's almost a certainty Rollins will try to steal. Little shorter lead this time. That may be the tip-off. Another throw over, a little closer this time. Sunday turnout at Petco of 37,685. Fans aren't a big favorite of the throw over. We've got to do it. Murphy, after watching Mateo throw over several times playing catch, this would be an interesting time to have a microphone there between the two. So the attendance for this 4-game series, a lusty 147,000 plus. Wow. Thanks to the good baseball fans of Southern California. 147,751 for the 4-game series. And especially important, I don't know if, I guess all those seats count too in today's attendance. They should. We're counting on them.
We are counting on them.
All right, let's see if we get a pitch to the plate here to Gonzalez. Low. 1-0. 2-1 Dodgers, 7th inning. Rollins at first base, 2 outs. Well, it's automatic when you play the Dodgers. Just count on at least a 3-hour game, even a low-scoring game. Something about Los Angeles that likes to chew up the hours. That's a strike. Even a 2-0 game last night went 3 hours and 4 minutes.
Well, Dick, with Pat Murphy going out to talk to Marcus Mateo, Mark Zepchinski was ready in the bullpen, and with the lefty up, interesting non-move. Here's Nick Vincent.
Right-hander, he's ready as well. Foul tip. 1-2.
There's Mark Zepchinski, the left-hander. 2 lefties for Pat Murphy out of the bullpen. Also Frank Garces.
Garces resting. Zepchinski pitched both in game 1 and game 2 and was hit with 4 runs scored.
Let's see if Mateo goes up the ladder with that fastball away. So he's going slider in.
Way in. 2-2. I'm shocked that Rollins hasn't tried to steal. Maybe all those throws over took the life out of that possibility.
Adrian Gonzalez is asking them to check to see if that hit his pant leg. And he is actually telling the dugout to look. Don Mattingly out of the dugout. Tim Wallach, the bench coach, on the phone.
See that here again. Should be 10 seconds, and that's it. But come on. So they have to change that rule.
It's unbelievable.
You just can't let them wait and wait and wait and wait. Call home, call your mother, call your brother. What do you think? Well, let's get okay. Yeah, we're going to challenge. Surprised that Gonzalez wants to be hit by a pitch. He didn't want to swing the bat. This is where the challenge system has gone awry. To take time out of the game, delay the game to see whether or not a ball brushed the uniform.
I agree with you.
Now, how are they going to be able to tell in New York whether that just brushed the uniform? Call on the field is it did not.
Because you would think they would see movement in that pant leg, but his left leg actually gets out of the way. You can see that left foot slipping, that toe hold. The delay is ridiculous.
It is. It's wrong. And it's not good for the game. It's not good for the fans. I mean, you know, we don't live in a perfect world. We don't get everything right. None of us. None of us. Every day we do something that's not right. It's not a perfect world. It's played by imperfect people. And we're trying to make this game perfect at the risk of making it less attractive.
Well, home plate umpire Ted Barrett, who does a fabulous job, the crew chief, and you're going on sound. It's not like you can track the baseball off a pant leg. So you're going on sound if you're the home plate umpire. And the first, Adrian Gonzalez is the one that points to the dugout and asks for them to review it because it nicked his pant leg.
Well, they've tried to tighten up the game by tightening up the time between innings, and that was primarily designed to stop television from throwing that extra commercial in. I understand that too, but we could be selling this time. This would be a good time to put in 3, 4, 5 commercials.
Let's do it.
Maybe we'd get a nice Christmas bonus out of it. What do you think about that?
Get a little more hot sauce involved.
Yeah.
Fish tacos. We can talk all kinds of stuff.
This has become from ridiculous to ludicrous. We have stopped 37,685 fans to get this decision. And what is it? And here again, there should be an umpire's microphone to explain to the fans what that was all about. And all of that, a delay of around 3 minutes to continue to play this game. I feel sorry for these guys.
I do too.
So let's see, where were we? 2-2 the count. We're in. We're in the 7th inning. A runner at first, 2 outs. There we go. Let's play catch with the first baseman.
And guys, listen. Last night, the play, Justin Upton, while they're trying to review Matt Kemp being picked off at first base, is a 3-2 count. It takes them almost 3 minutes to get that resolved. Matt Kemp's out. Justin Upton strikes out. The next pitch.
Yep.
Popped up.
No, it does. Don't question that. The rhythm has been changed, altered. And wouldn't you know it, he gets a base hit anyway. Rollins is going to stop at second base. So why don't you just swing in the first place, Gonzalez? You got a base hit. What do you want to get hit for? 2-1 the score. 2 on, 2 out. Justin Turner. And he's doubled in the 6th inning to start the 6th and eventually scored on A.J. Ellis's RBI single. Been a tough out these last 2 years for the Padres, and now manager Murphy is going to make a move. So he's going to change pitchers here with 2 on, 2 out in the 7th. He's got a right-hander on the mound. He's going to bring in the other right-hander, Nick Vincent, from the bullpen. It's a 2-1 game. Padres trail the Dodgers. Well, the delays to salute our men and women in the military. Now that we applaud, and today we salute the U.S. Air Force and Air Force National Guard at Petco Park. Sundays are very special here. Well, the pitching change made. Nick Vincent in from the pen with 2 on, 2 out in this marathon, the top of the 7th inning. And the batter, Justin Turner. Padres trying to keep it at 2-1.
4th stint for Nick Vincent, 15th game. Fastball, cutter, and slider.
He's had trouble with right-handers, hitting .323. He's brought in because it's a right-handed batter. Ball 1. It's an interesting Q&A in the San Diego Union Tribune today. Nick Vincent talking about his minor league experience in El Paso and how it's not all that bad down in the minors anymore. I mean, it's a great ballpark. The fans are terrific in El Paso. Ground ball weakly up the middle. That's going to be a tough play, and there's no play. Back to third, and safe. Rollins rounded and was able to dive back safely. That was an alert play by Amarista. He knew he couldn't throw out the hitter, Turner, so he tried to catch Rollins scampering around third.
A nice play by Amarista and thinking along those lines, and Jimmy Rollins just getting that right hand in. Elevated throw in the late tag by Solarte. Watch Jimmy around the corner and back with the dive.
I'd challenge that if I were Murphy. Only kidding. But he is. Is this Saturday Night Live or what? We Sunday day? I'm convinced now that some of the managers are being paid by the hour. And it has nothing to do with the season. They add up the hours. I mean, that's how a lot of folks are paid, correct?
Well, I don't know why he's challenging this. This doesn't look like it's even close. And I hope I'm wrong, but you see Jimmy Rollins getting that right hand in and the high tag up on the shoulder.
I just said that facetiously, not thinking he'd ever challenge. What do I know about hockey? I think when the dust clears, the bases will be loaded, 2 outs, and the batter will be Andre Ethier, who has had a very big series.
Yeah, the tag was on the tricep by Jan Solarte. Ron Renneke, the third base coach, has to verbally help Jimmy Rollins on that play. His back is towards the play.
And the decision has been made in New York, and the call is safe. Surprise, surprise. Now you've got to face Ethier. 3 hits last night, scored both runs. He's knocked in a run with a sacrifice fly, and he's lined a single and lined it out. I mean, everything he's hit has been solid the entire series. Base is loaded. Game on the line. Still only 2-1 in case you've forgotten. Dodger at every base. Ball 1. Changeup.
Well, the Padres are out of challenges because of that one being lost by Pat Murphy.
But even then, managers are able to convince umpires to go back and have a play reviewed. So you might as well not even have that rule. If it's a close play and a manager comes out, come on, let's review it. They usually abide by that. We're going to have batting practice reviewed before we know it. 1 ball, 1 strike. And another changeup. It's 1-2. Now, there's no complaints from one group of fans here today. Those Marines up there in right field. They don't mind staying for another couple hours.
Exactly right.
You know, the camp is nice, but this is a little bit better. I'll have another hot dog, please. 1-2 to Ethier.
Well, everything's been away for Nick Vincent. 2 changeups and a backdoor cutter. Let's see if they go in on Andre Ethier with the cutter inside.
That one rolling up the first baseline, and Vincent, did he throw it away? Yes, he did. 1 run scores, 2 run score, 3 run score. Ethier still running. He goes to third. It is a 3-run error by Nick Vincent. Oh, my. Rollins from third. Gonzalez from second. Turner from first. All come around on the throwing error by pitcher Nick Vincent. That's about as dastardly error as we've seen all year.
Well, the swinging bunt gets jammed. Andre Ethier does, and you watch Nick Vincent. He pulls back because he didn't want to go across the line and airmails it down the right field line. Both Amarista not backing up and also Matt Kemp in right field, assuming this play was going to be made. And the reaction of Nick Vincent. You can't assume this is going to be a good throw. You got to back up on all spots. Amarista dives after it. Matt Kemp picks it up. Andre Ethier sitting on third base, and all 3 runs score.
Yeah, and I'm not going to make any excuse for the fact that there wasn't a backup there. But with all the delays in this game, it's understandable that a player just back on his heels out there.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not on their toes. Well, that's about as punishing an error as you could get. It cost the Padres 3 runs, and the Dodgers now have a 5-1 lead, and Ethier winds up at third base. No RBI. And here's Seager, the rookie third baseman. Infield hit in 3 trips. So the Padres have played much too generously today. They gave the Dodgers the early run on 2 walks and a hit batsman, a fly ball. They scored in the first inning without a hit. And now they get 3 on an error. 4 of the 5 tainted, if you want to look at it that way.
Well, that was a backbreaker right there. And you're right, Dick, just slowing the game down mentally. It's a challenging part of the season.
Well, you look at the players, they're just kind of hands on their hips, not in a ready to play position. They're just kind of hanging. 2 strikes now. There it is. That says it all. Stays at 2 strikes. Two runs charged to Mateo, unearned. Broken bat ground ball, and Myers corrals it. And the inning comes to an end. 3 unearned for the Dodgers. They lead it 5-1. And then tradition here on these Sundays, the singing of God Bless America. Second Lieutenant Jeffrey Collins, Medical Service Corps Officer, 452nd Air Mobility Medical Squadron, March Air Reserve Base, with God Bless America today.
It's time for the 7th inning stretch. Before we sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game here on Military Sunday, please stand and welcome back 2nd Lieutenant Jeffrey Collins. Please sing along as he presents God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home.
Bottom of the 7th inning, and our military families from the Camp Hero program were brought to today's game on the Fan Express, courtesy of National University. To date, National University has given more than $1 million in scholarships to the current and former military. Great to have the families aboard with us here at Petco Park today. Luis Avilan, acquired from the Atlanta Braves. The left-hander will take over pitching duties for the Dodgers here in the bottom of the 7th. Alexi Amarista leads it off. His first at bat. Rocky Gale, called up from El Paso, is about to make his major league debut. He's in the on-deck circle. Scheduled to hit for the pitcher, Nick Vincent. 1-1.
Well, big arm by Avilan. Mid-90s fastball, sits right around 93 miles an hour. A fastball, curveball, and changeup.
Back to the mound, and Caroms off the pitcher out toward shortstop, and Amarista's safe. Almost as if Avilan didn't see the ball. He's pitching from that shadow from the light tower. They're going to give Amarista a base hit. Pretty generous scoring.
You see that shadow that Avilan is throwing out of, and typically pitchers will use a smaller glove, not a bigger glove, Ricochets off the top part, and it's a single for Amarista. Now the most important part, Rocky Gale's first Major League at bat. Congratulations, Rocky.
Rocky Michael Gale. Rocky's actually his name on his birth certificate. 170-pound catcher. Dream comes true. He's 27. He's battled through a lot of minor league seasons to get this chance in the bigs. Dad's a construction worker. He's worked as a grocery clerk himself in the offseason to keep the dream alive. Ball gets away, a swing and a miss, and on to second goes Amarista in the wild pitch. Gale hit over 300 at El Paso this year. How big would this moment be but for the 3 unearned runs? You get an infield hit off the pitcher's glove and a wild pitch. You'd have the tying run out there at second and no one out. Or maybe this is the start of something special for the Padres.
You never know. You got a chip away. First victory in this series. The Padres battled back. They got to do it again.
Ground ball to third. Seager has to play it on the back leg and throws him out. Runner holds, 1 away. Amarista at second. That'll bring up Solarte. So no hit for Gale, but he's had his baptism as a major league hitter. Looks like they're going to have to get him a new jersey there that fits his neck a little better. Running out tightly fit.
Well, I'll tell you
jerseys.
this, a major league uniform feels a lot better than a minor league uniform.
It doesn't matter if it's tightly cropped or not. Huh?
Oh, congratulations, Rocky.
You're a major leaguer. Solarte. He has one of the 5 Padre hits. So in that trade with Atlanta, the Dodgers sent Paco Rodriguez, a left-hander, and they got this fella, Luis Avilon. He's had a lot of work this year. He was very busy with the Braves. 62 games total on the season. This is a tough time to hit with the shadows.
Yeah, watch this. Rocky Gale, first at bat. Who's there? Mark Kotze. Giving some love. Gotta love that.
Yeah, that's great. Solarte trying to pick up the run at second base. Amarista. Jed Jerko next. Fly shallow right. A long run for Ethier. Will he get there? Just does. Ball in fair territory and throws back Amarista back safely.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
Now Ethier able to race in and take care of Solarte's shallow fly. Jed Jerko is line to right, homered for the Padre run, his 13th of the season. A line shot into the left field bleachers, and he bounced out the last time. 3 home runs of the 4 hits in the series. Trying to cut into that 5-1 lead. Strike 1. 94 on the fastball. Word from the clubhouse of the Dodgers that starter Brett Anderson left with a cramp in his left calf. So not serious, just a cramp. Oh, 0-2. Amarista at second, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. in the dirt, not far enough away from Ellis. Changeup. A ball, 2 strikes. Backs him away. You get a left-hander who can throw with that kind of velocity. That's a valued property.
Yeah, big arm out of the bullpen, and got to have that. Got to have balance in the bullpen. I know Don Mattingly would prefer having at least 2 lefties out of the bullpen. What manager wouldn't? Still got to be able to throw strikes off of that fastball.
Struck him out on a high fastball. And the Padres leave the man at second. We've completed 7. It's 5-1 LA.
Five to 1 ball game right now. The Dodgers leading the Padres in the top of the 8th. Coming up on Padres Live, the post-game show, which will be brought to you by Cox Communications. We'll talk about Andrew Cashner's day, everything you saw in the ball game today, highlights from all around the league, and we're going to get you set for the 4-game series against the Colorado Rockies, which begins tomorrow. Plus, guys, you're going to hear from Pat Murphy. So we've got a full slate for you, all coming up after the final out. Back up now to Dick Enberg and Mark Sweeney, gentlemen.
All right, Mike, and don't forget to chat about tomorrow's game. Ian Kennedy and Kyle Kendrick will open a 4-game series with the Colorado Rockies, and will be on the air at 12:30 tomorrow, Labor Day Monday. John Edwards, who debuted as a Padre on Friday night, pitched an inning and a third, gave up a run and 3 hits. He'll face Ellis, Peterson, and the pitcher's spot. A.J. Ellis has had a good day. He's lined out, singled twice, knocked in a run. 2-0. Edwards acquired in the Will Venable trade from the Texas Rangers. He's 27, converted outfielder. 3-0. From Keller, Texas, outside of Dallas. That's a strike, 3-1.
Well, for a stint in the big leagues, 3 with the Texas Rangers in the first for the San Diego Padres. Fastball, curveball predominantly, also has a changeup to go along with that.
And he walks him. Curveball missing. That's the 7th walk today by, check that, 5th walk, along with a couple of hit batsmen. There's some extra base traffic. Padre wildness. Peterson has walked, struck out, and grounded into a 1-6-3 double play. He doesn't get cheated on his swings.
Now, wild swing, and we talked about the balance earlier in the game. A lot of power in this young man's swing, but when you're talking about a 2-11 average and moving forward, yes, he plays a good center field, but you're wondering how they're going to handle this Don Mattingly and how much playing time they're going to give him.
And he's out in front of that off-speed pitch.
If you think about it, for Don Mattingly and also bench coach Tim Wallach, figuring out how much playing time they will give him, but also moving forward, if they get into the playoffs, who is going to be playing that position?
And strike 3 called, and Peterson has heard that sound once again. Strike 3 as he has struck out for the 150th time this year. Well, the Cy Young race in the National League. Boy, how do you separate those 3?
Well, it's going to be you're wondering if they're going to take votes away from each other. Zach Greinke and Clayton Kershaw. Jake Arrieta with the no-hitter last Sunday in Los Angeles against these Dodgers. But the 1-2 punch, Greinke and Kershaw. Fabulous numbers.
Scott Van Slyke is the pinch hitter for Luis Avalon. 244 on the season. A handy man. Play all 3 outfield positions. Has power. Weak wave there at the curveball. 0-2.
Well, Dick, I said, about Jock Peterson. Obviously, a lot of strikeouts, a lot of ability. But when it comes down to it, you're going to go into the playoffs and trying to win games. Andre Ethier can shift to center. You don't know if Yasiel Puig is going to be healthy. Some options. Corey Seager is adding his bat to the mix.
Popped up. Is there a play? It's Solarte, and it's the catcher Norris for the second out. Just to update, a lot of fans around the country and around the world watching on American Forces Radio and television. The Battle of Texas continues with the Houston Astros and Texas Rangers in the AL West, and Houston won again. They certainly are one of the surprise teams of this baseball season. Texas lost, so Houston now leads the West in the American League by 3 games. Rollins steps up. He's 0 for 3, scored a run, one of those that scored on the 3-base throwing error by Nick Vincent. He has stolen his 12th base. Well, we salute the Air Force. It's good to have a pitcher named Edwards on the mound.
Yes, exactly right.
No relation to the Air Force Base, but it works. Two and 0. Rollins. The September audition time for a lot of young players around the league. And John Edwards fits into that category. Three and 0. Curveball hangs. I walked Ellis to begin the inning. He gets Peterson on strikes and Van Slyke to foul out. Crawford would be next. And a 4-pitch walk to Rollins.
Saturday, MLB on Fox returns as the AL East leading Blue Jays take on the wild card leading Yankees. Then the Tigers and Indians square off in game you can only see on Fox Sports 1. Coverage begins at 9:30 a.m. Pacific on Fox and 4 p.m. Pacific on Fox Sports 1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go.
And that Toronto Yankee series, that'll be the battle for first place. Toronto currently with a 1.5 game lead. That could change before they meet on the weekend next at Yankee Stadium. Crawford, who has just beaten up Padre pitching all year, has been held in check today. 0 for 3. Struck out the last 2 times. Did walk in the first inning. Breaking ball fooled him, but not in the strike zone. 5 for 16 in the series. .353 on the season coming in against Padre pitching. 2 on with walks by Edwards. That's a strike. Well, the doubleheader on Fox Sports 1, and then of course it'll be a triple header because the Padres will be on Fox Sports San Diego next Saturday.
No, it's
from San Francisco. 3-game series up there on the weekend. Foul tip. 1-2. Again, the Rockies in tomorrow, a day game. We're on at 12:30, 6:30 Tuesday night at TV time, 5:30 Wednesday, the game an hour earlier, and then a day game. We're on at noon next Thursday for that rain out makeup. Swing and a miss and strikeout for Edwards. He gets a couple in the 8th inning. Padres will have Kemp leading off the bottom half of the 8th. Baseball brought to you by USAA, official military appreciation partner of the San Diego Padres, and by Petco. What we feed them matters. A terrific sculpture out by the USS Midway. Coming home. A sailor's back in friendly arms. Bottom of the 8th. Yimi Garcia, the pitcher for the Dodgers. Scott Van Slyke stays in the game in left field for Crawford. Matt Kemp. A couple of strikeouts and a ground out today against his former team. Garcia carrying a 3.47 ERA. Batting average way down, but he gives up the long ball. 7 home runs in 46 innings. Strike one to Kemp. Opposing hitters batting just .208 combined against Garcia. Van Slyke actually in center field, and Kemp to right center field, and that ball carries off the wall away from Peterson. Ethier backs it up, and Kemp has a double. And that extends his hitting streak, on base streak, to 26 games in a row.
How about Matt Kemp taking that swing and spitting out of his mouth and drilling a ball to right center? 26 games, and he has been hot.
Justin Upton is the hitter. He singled, struck out, and had a hit taken away on a good play made by second baseman Turner. So Kemp now 26 straight games that he's reached either by hit or base on balls or hit batsman. The longest streak in the majors, or at least in the National League. Yeah, one big swing. Padres could climb right back in this game. 5-1 Dodgers. Right field, Ethier. Kemp stays there at second. One away, and let's revisit the keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Well, first and foremost, Matt Kemp keeping the streak alive, and he does with that double in his last at bat for Adrian Gonzalez. 0 for 2 with a walk against Andrew Cashner. I'd say that was pretty good so far.
Now the Padres need some runs to really brighten that picture. With Norris, a couple of walks and a ground out today. Will Myers moves into the on-deck circle. .93 again. This day in Dodger history, back in 1981, Fernando Valenzuela was a rookie and threw a shutout. 7th shutout. Popped up. That'll make it into the crowd. Ellis gives it a look. Shut out the Cardinals 5-0. That was a National League rookie record. 7 shutouts for Fernando.
Wow. Fernando mania.
Hey, wasn't it? Right guy, right talent,
yes.
Right place. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Norris. Kemp ready to go from second. Ground ball just wide of third. Quickly Seager over there to snap that up. He's got outstanding baseball instincts.
And that calmness that he has.
And he's going to grow into those broad shoulders.
A lot of young talent in the game of baseball these days, and you got to be happy for that. We always talk about Mike Trout and Bryce Harper, Manny Machado. So many young talented players in the game coming up.
Sliced off first. Gonzalez will see that go into souvenir territory. Don't forget Nolan Arenado. He's not exactly, he's been around, but he's a kid.
Yeah.
Leading the National League and runs batted in.
Probably one of the most athletic third basemen in the game.
We're going to see him this next 4 games starting tomorrow.
You can put Chris Bryant on that list as well. So many young guys and young talent, and it's good to see. The baseball needs that.
Norris worn Garcia out with these foul balls. And the ball kick. Chasing the new baseballs out to umpire Ted Barrett. Frank Garces appears to be the next in line to pitch for the Padres, 9th inning. Gonzalez and Ethier, 2 of the 3 expected, are left-handed. Another foul. And looking ahead at the Colorado series, we'll also see Carlos Gonzalez, 23 homers in the last 42 games. Wow. 49 runs batted in 42 contests.
Padres has done a nice job with Carlos Gonzalez to this point, but the second half he has been on fire.
Arenado with 36 home runs leads the National League in RBIs. And finally Garcia wins the battle as Norris strikes out. 2 away. Will Myers, the hitter, singled his last time. Shadows now, the pitcher in bright sunshine and the hitter in shadows. Start to grow from left field, covering the left field area. Right field, bright sunshine, and that one backs off Myers. Ball 1. It starts to get tricky from now on. Another chance for Ethier in right field as he gallops toward the foul line into foul territory and makes the play. Padres get a leadoff double from Kemp, and he's stranded there at second. We go to the 9th, 5-1 LA.
And the number, the innings, the outs, who's hitting, who's ahead, those type of things. And it's a cerebral thing. You basically got to become a student of the game, and that's what I really try to get them to understand. And some do it, some don't. But I think it's for us to be, when I say us, I mean baseball, to try to draw some new fans, you have to have the element of speed in the game, because without it, it's kind of on the boring side.
Well, you could almost go to Dave Roberts and hear him say amen.
Yep.
All about running game, and boy, Lopes knew how to do it. 557 career steals. He was a terrific player with the Dodgers. 155 homers, 1,671 hits.
And you'll hear the rest of that interview with Davey Lopes on the postgame show with Mike Pomerantz and Steve Finley.
Frank Garces comes in, the 6th pitcher used by Pat Murphy today. Make that 5th. Cashner, Mateo, Vincent, Edwards, and now Garces. His 36th appearance. Adrian Gonzalez. And we had Flannelgate there, and the last time up, accusing one of the Padre pitchers of trying to hit his uniform, and he got caught. He was wrong. New York reviewed 3 minutes to determine that indeed he didn't deserve the Bryce Harper treatment. Gonzalez has lined out, a long out to left, singled after he challenged, or the Dodgers challenged that he was hit by a pitch. And he takes a fastball in there, 2-1. Turner and Ethier to follow. Just 2 hits in 15 at bats in the series for Gonzalez. One of those a home run. Fly ball into the crowd.
Well, Dick, moving through September, and this is always an evaluation process for the San Diego Padres. They're going to have to figure out the left-hander out of the bullpen, what direction they go. Frank Garces has had plenty of opportunities this year. Been sent down a couple times. Pat Murphy is evaluating that, and his staff, also the front office. Zepchinski's in the bullpen, but
their ERAs are much too high. Ooh, that one caught catcher Derek Norris again. Man, that poor guy. It's just as if he's got a magnet. The ball just hits him. Oh, that's flush into the screen. Good old mask. Garces' ERA is 4.78. Zepchinski 9.64. Breaking ball hangs high, and it's a full count.
We think about all the left-handed talent, and including Adrian Gonzalez in the batter's box now. Carlos Gonzalez, Brandon Belt, Peralta from Arizona. There's a lot of them in this division. And you need that specialty lefty.
And Garces walks Gonzalez. Another free ticket. That is the 4, 6, 7 of the game.
Wednesday on Fox Sports, San Diego Behind the Bolt with Nick Hardwick returns. Come up. The crew previews next Sunday's opener against the Lions. Plus, get a behind-the-scenes look at what's on the horizon for the Chargers this season. Wednesday after Padres Live on Fox Sports San Diego.
Well, that'll be big on Wednesday because that'll be a preview of the opener against the Detroit Lions, and he'll have all the inside info. Oh, he's made the transition from outstanding NFL center to television very nicely.
I love Nick Hardwick.
Everyone loved him as a teammate too. Turner hit by a pitch, flying to center, doubled and scored what was the tie-breaking run in the 6th inning. It was 1-1 at the time. Then had an infield hit to deep short in the 7th. Scored one of the 3 runs. So a healthy afternoon for the multi-purpose infielder playing second base. 1-1. Five runs, only 7 hits for the Dodgers, but 3 of the 5 runs unearned. 1 run, 6 hits for the Padres. You know, why are the Dodgers in first place? Well, they lead the National League in home runs, and they get good pitching. The Padres have scored 1 run in the last 18 innings.
It's a good combination, home runs and multiple run home runs. Like you said, Dick, if you can pitch, you have an opportunity to win ball games.
And they've done it in this series without either Kershaw or Greinke on the mound. Nice catch by a fan. I think he was coming back from the euphemism and walking down the aisle and just casually made the catch, kept right on going to his seat.
Right place at the right time.
Hubba hubba. Another foul. So Derek Norris had a half dozen foul balls his at bat, and Turner following suit. Chris Heisey, former Cincinnati Red, now a Dodger outfielder. He's on deck. Going to bat for Ethier. Two and two. A reminder again, a day game tomorrow on Labor Day Monday. 1:10 game time. We'll be on the air at 12:30 with Padres Live, the pregame show. Ian Kennedy will be shooting for his 9th win of the year against the Rockies. Another pop foul. Will Myers runs out of room. Couldn't quite reach that far into the Padre dugout. Said if that railing wasn't in my way, I'd have been down the steps catching that ball. Full count. It's going to be dinner time soon, fellas.
They're setting up. They're taking their look.
Sea Rats. Line foul. Well, they're ready to eat. What do you get on Sunday night? You know, you get day games are wonderful because you stay baseball, and then you get to go home and enjoy a Sunday evening. What do you have planned?
I'm going to make dinner tonight.
You are? You
My
like
wife and kids. Yeah, I'm going to barbecue out. Why not? Yeah, it feels good. And when you have an atmosphere like this, why can't you go home and barbecue?
What are you going to? A little chicken? A little steak,
like,
maybe?
Probably barbecue chicken tonight. Maybe corn on the cob. I'm a big fan. And of course, I'm going to have my hot sauce.
Oh yeah, on the watermelon.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll cut up some fruit. It's the Cholula hot sauce. Of course, we're going to have that. Not going to put it on the baseball.
You can tell the Sweeney family when they're out in public, they're all going.
What are you going to do for dinner?
Is he going to put a ball in play or what? I mean, Turner another foul ball.
Well, he knew we were talking about dinner.
Well, you know, my son Alex is here from Davis and his lady fair Kendra, and I think my wife Barbara's got some real nice surprises, and she's wonderful in the kitchen. You know.
So you're not helping tonight. You're just going home and saying, "What do we got?"
I think this is the night for the old man to have a libation, put his feet up, and just enjoy being home. Swing and a miss. Finally, down he goes on a changeup. But I am going to have watermelon for dessert. Boy, this is a great time for that wonderful fruit.
Well, good changeup right there out of the hands of Frank Garces. See Justin Turner going to the bench wondering, how did I miss so many of those pitches? But executing the changeup on the 3-2 count.
So Heisey gets his first at bat in the series. I always liked him in Cincinnati. I think there were times when the Padres tried to make a deal for him.
So you say watermelon, I say pineapple.
Yeah.
I love pineapple.
Yeah, but it's got, well, I guess it's both the same. They got to be just the right kind of ripeness. Pineapple can be really ordinary if it's not that nice sweet. if it's, when it's sour, it's not good. Do you like sour pineapple?
I just like pineapple.
Okay.
It's really good for you.
With Cholula sauce?
No,
you don't use it for that. Well, you got to have some limits. I thought you were going to make fish tacos tonight.
Well, I'm a big fish taco fan. You've known that for a long time.
Yeah, you kind of tipped your hand on that one. Heisey lean on the hits this year. 2-1. In fact, he isn't even on the LA Dodgers hit list. Coming September call-up. 3 balls and a strike. Full count. Heisey has the distinction, although Brett Wallace is after him, of hitting more pinch hit home runs than anyone active currently in the big leagues. He has 10. He's been a prime pinch hitter for the Reds for many years. His first year as an LA Dodger. Watch out. Pedro Baez. Padres have the bottom 3 of the batting order scheduled in the last of the 9th. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout for Garces. He gets Turner and Heisey. And here's the rookie Corey Seager. Seager took a third strike, infield hit, stole a base, long out to center, and a ground out to first. .27 pitch inning and only the 4th batter he's faced.
Well, you'd think they'd had this matchup in AAA. Frank Garces in El Paso, and Oklahoma City is the AAA franchise for the Dodgers, so they probably matched up in AAA.
El Paso won again last night, so they're right there in the thick of things with the final week of the PCL, trying to get in the playoffs. Fort Wayne has made the playoffs in the Midwest League. Ground ball sharply to short. Jerko across, and the inning is over. Here come the Padres. Last call. They need a grand slam to tie. Loaded, 2 outs in the 7th. Nick Vincent on a swinging bunt throws it into the right field corner, and all 3 Dodgers score to take a 2-1 tightly contested game to 5-1. Of the 5 runs, 4 of them scored by the Dodgers needed Padre help. First inning, 2 walks, a hit batsman, and a fly ball gave the Dodgers the early lead, a 4/10 of where we are now in the bottom of the 9th inning. Pedro Baez appears out of the sunshine into the shadows that covers the mound. His 41st game. Our throwing right-hander. Pretty good against both lefties and righties. 237 left-handers, 248 average for right-handers.
Last pitched on Thursday here in San Diego, an inning giving up 2 hits and a run.
He'll face Melvin Upton, Alexi Amarista, and a pinch hitter. We're guessing Brett Walsh will get a chance to swing the bat. Pinch hitter par excellence for San Diego. Upton robbed of a hit on a 5-6-3 putout as a pinch hitter last time. Hit the ball hard to third. Seager got a glove on it, carried it to the shortstop Rollins, who already was there, and threw across in time to deny Upton a base hit.
Well, Dick, you see the different glasses, the Oakley glasses that he's wearing now. This brightens it up because he's hitting in the shadows. Actually gives you that sight line of brightening up the shadows that Baez is in.
And a bright sunshine off the back screen, the hitter's screen in center field. One and 2. Five runs, 7 hits for the Dodgers. 1 run, 6 hits, and 1 huge error for the Padres. Held scoreless in game 2 in the 9th inning. Shut out last night 2-0. And just the Jerko home run spoiling a Dodger bid for another shutout today. So 18 innings, 1 run, and 9 hits. Just inside a full count.
Our Fox Tracks by Nissan have this weigh in.
Baez with his first strikeout. Talk about length of a game, and it's almost assured, as we said, no matter who's playing the Dodgers, they make you go long distance in terms of the clock. Look at the times of the last 5 games, going back to the earlier series with Texas. Short game last night, 2-0, but it still took over 3 hours to play it. And today, we're working on the time currently. Game started at 1:10. It's 4:37. You can do the math on that.
We need Mark Grant to do the
6 hours.
math.
6 hours.
He's our math whiz.
Yeah, we miss him.
He will be back tomorrow, and we miss you, Mud.
It's been fun working with you, Mark, up here. No wonder Pomerantz, he reluctantly gives you up. And Marista fouls it back.
A lot of fun for me too, and seriously, we're excited to have Mark Grant back. He had his dad's birthday that he flew back for, and we have a lot of fun together, everybody and collectively, and we get to talk about baseball. It's a lot of fun.
What's better than that? Huh?
Exactly right.
In a beautiful environment with terrific people around us. 0-2. Another foul. Maybe it's the shadows, but suddenly all the hitters are foul happy.
Well, we'd like to also say thank you to Mike Bird filling in for Michael Odino, our director today, getting all these shots. And thank you, Mike, and everybody else in the truck. They do a fabulous job. They make our life a lot easier
Now that's why we're getting all those seagull shots, huh? Mike Bird is the director, and I get it.
There they are.
Yeah. Hermit and Harry there.
Two great directors up there, perched up.
They're going over the hitters. Well, guess what? A foul ball. Well, they're really testing the supply of fresh baseballs. Yeah, in the old days, the bleacherites, the old guys up there smoking cigars and in the bleachers back in the 20s and 30s, they would play this game. You know, foul ball. Okay, you got $1. I'm saying it's a foul ball. You get 2-to-1 odds if he puts it in play. They played that game. Boy, would that guy be rich today, huh? There's one in play, and Gonzalez will take care of that easily, and we're down to the final out. And Brett Wallace is going to pinch hit. He has been nothing short of sensational as a pinch hitter.
Brett Wallace 14 for 34, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs. Talking about a weapon off the bench for Pat Murphy. And you're right, Dick. He has been excellent, not only against right-handers, but left-handers as well. You see the average, the home runs, and being very productive.
That includes a home run hit when he was in the lineup. Comes out swinging, 88-mile-an-hour changeup. Well, the 1-2 punch of Greinke and Kershaw. They're ready for the next series. They move on to Anaheim and will play the Angels 3. Then they go to Arizona for 3.
Kershaw must have known we were talking about sunglasses today. He had the old school flip downs now. That's protocol for him. He likes those sunglasses and the flip downs during day games. Has a lot of fun with the game.
He really does. He has fun. He plays it the right way. Has the respect of teammates and opponents. And that sends the Padres down to their final strike. That foul ball. Dodgers about to make it 11 wins in their last 13 games. And run their record against the Padres to 11-5. Giants won, so they'll maintain their lead. And a swing to the miss, and that's it. 3 out of 4 go to the Dodgers in the series. Final today, LA 5, San Diego 1. Here's Mike Pomerantz.
Dick, Mark, thanks very much. With Steve Finley and I see on Padres Live, the post-game show, you're going to hear from Pat Murphy. We're going to talk about what happened on the field today in this whole tough series, and we get ready for the Rockies. All that and more in moments.